Okay, let me see. I think it's open. Let me see, it's okay. Open YouTube. É muito legal que eu digito YouTube já abre ali. Não preciso nem digitar YouTube, eu só coloco o Y e já abre. Okay, it's working. Yeah. Okay, it's all working. Now, let's start it. Hello, guys. Hello, Igor. Welcome to the live stream. I'm very pleased to be diving in MeteorJS live coding. And today we will hear with Igor Duca. Igor, you can introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hi, guys. My name is Igor. I am a full stack developer for 2 years now, and I am actually working with backend now. But I have done a lot of front end projects in my time, and also I have a startup, so I am really into the indie development community. And I think that's it. A little briefing of myself.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And so now what we do today. I think you can say more and discuss more about it.
All right. Yeah, today we are going to create this Meteor email dashboard using Meteor, Tailwind, and React. And my main goal with this project is not to build something fancy, but try and create a real-time and dynamic email dashboard where we can, have an introduction about Meteor, and I want you guys to know more about this awesome platform that we will use today. And all right, so we will have this dashboard. Can I share my Figma project
Yeah,
here?
sure, of course.
Let me just open it up here. But yeah, it is ugly. I don't know how to draw some really fancy UI.
Say it.
I want it to be simple because I am really afraid of, you know, uh, being confused with the Tailwind in the live stream, like spending half an hour trying to fix some UI issue. But okay, I'm sharing the screen now. Yeah,
Okay. Here.
here's the Figma, and it is just these three screens here. The first one, like, is this inbox. Well, let me try and hide.
It's not ugly. I think it's very pretty and simple. It's just simple,
It's simple.
but it's okay for the
Yeah,
first. I think it's the first project you made it like this or not.
I think this one was I rushed it to create it. Like I had to have something to create that Twitter preview we posted, and I spent like 15 minutes trying to figure out how would I do this. So I think with the time I had to create this screen, it is cool actually. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it works. All right, we have here the inbox with three sample emails. This important one. These are three tags. Only two of them are shown here. This is the important spam, and this is the regular tag. Uh, we have this filter where we can, use the tags in order to filter the emails. All right. So here we have a div, and this div has like these base inputs, like an email where you are sending the the target email, your name, and the name of the target email, and the content of the email. I created this using sample text, but I think it will be HTML or Markdown in case if we needed some more complexity of or customization in the email. But in this case, the text will do just fine. And the tag input once again, tag select, and at this option we can select important, spam, or regular. And here we have the spam inbox full of spam emails that will be sent with this spam button. I created this button because while I was live streaming the start of this week, my Steam is saying something. While I was live streaming at the start of this week, like Thursday, I think, I tried to create a Twitch chat copy, like a clone using Meteor, and me and the guys in the chat, we like were so surprised when the things started to change at real time. So I thought using this spam button, like sending an email per second and filling all of these inbox with emails in real time would be really cool. So I guess we can try this today.
Oh, okay. Larissa Angélica sent on chat, a YouTube chat, the best collab.
Thank you. Yeah, the messages are not appearing here. All right. Now I can see them.
Yeah. Um,
All right. So yeah, it is just these three screens here.
okay. I think we can start coding from scratch, exploring the essential files and dependencies of MeteorJS.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be great. So, would we go through this here or just start coding now? You think
No, I think you can go on. Yeah,
yeah, so I think if we go through these slides, it would be easier for the guys in
sure.
the chat to understand.
This is an explanation for beginners to make easier to understanding and to make these things easy, clearer. Sorry, guys. In this part, we pretend to explain in Portuguese because uh, we want to how can I say this? Atingir, como é que eu posso falar isso?
Achieve,
Yeah,
achieve, yeah.
the community, a Brazilian community, and yeah, this part we will explain in Portuguese. Yeah, so Igor, you can go ahead.
Ok. Eu montei esse slide com o propósito de, como a Camila falou, ser um assunto introdutório para quem é brasileiro e quer aprender sobre Meteor. Percebi que existe um interesse muito grande na criação de aplicações em real time, e essa introdução nós planejamos essa live com o intuito de tentar criar uma nova visão sobre como o Meteor funciona e tirar algumas mistificações que o pessoal tinha feito, como pensar que real-time é algo difícil, é algo complicado. Então, o conceito aqui mesmo, a ideia é simplificar o máximo possível. Então, montamos esse slide aqui e vamos explicar como o Meteor funciona em pouquíssimos passos. Beleza, em poucos tópicos. Primeira parte, a parte mais importante, que é o primeiro desafio que você precisa entender para poder aprender mais sobre o Meteor, que é a parte das chamadas procedurais. Então, isso aqui é o que faz o Meteor ser real-time. O que acontece? O Meteor, nós vamos ter as coleções em Mongo. Eu vou criar um projeto aqui agora vou criar um projeto do zero. Então, a gente vai criar o projeto aqui, vamos startar o repositório no Git. E esse projeto vai ficar público também, né? A gente quer deixar esse projeto público para o pessoal conseguir estudar depois. E tranquilo, então vamos ter algumas coleções no Mongo. Por padrão, ele vem com a coleção de tasks, que ele vem com um projeto onde ele lista algumas tarefas na tela inicial. Temos o servidor, que seria o back-end da aplicação. E aqui o servidor ele tem um propósito. O propósito do servidor é conseguir abrir o túnel do WebSocket. Então ele tem o back-end, o servidor, no caso do Meteor, o propósito dele é conseguir, primeiro, criar a confiabilidade entre o front-end e o back-end. Então tudo que você quer fazer sobre validação, se você quer criar alguma parte de auto-publishing, que é uma das coisas mais legais que eu conheci no Meteor também. Então você pode, quando a sua aplicação for startada pela primeira vez, você pode já ter um back-end com alguns objetos criados. Então a proposta do servidor é criar e validar. Só que ele também abre essa conexão com o WebSocket, que eu vou explicar agora. Então, quando você usa os métodos de publish no servidor, ele vai, pelo RPC, criar esse canal de WebSockets, e esse canal de WebSocket vai poder ser ouvido pelo cliente mais tarde, usando o método subscribe, e pelo subscribe ele vai fazer o tracking das coleções. Então, o Meteor tem um método chamado useTracker, e é um método muito bom, porque com ele você pode fazer o traqueamento de qualquer coleção ou qualquer, não sei como pode dizer, qualquer banco ou grupo de coleções. Por exemplo, você pode fazer um traqueamento e ouvir mudanças de usuários em tempo real. Rodrigo mandou mensagem, boa tarde. Então, você pode fazer o traqueamento de objetos, usuários, tudo em real time, e o use tracker vai ser o que vai disponibilizar esse código para o cliente. Então, aqui eu tenho um exemplo. Essa aqui é a forma como as calls procedurais funcionam do lado do servidor. Então, aqui é o arquivo main, né, o arquivo de entrada do servidor no Meteor, e com ele temos esses dois métodos. O primeiro método é o método startup, que é um método que vai ser rodado sempre que você iniciar a sua aplicação. Então, esse método subscribe ele não é chamado quando a aplicação se recarrega, por exemplo. Ele só é chamado quando a aplicação é rodada. E aqui embaixo temos o método publish. Então, tudo dentro do startup é feito sempre que você roda o projeto. E dentro do publish aqui a gente vai estar abrindo a conexão entre o front e o back e exportando essa coleção. Então, o que acontece aqui dentro do método publish? Dentro do método publish, você vai, primeiro, dizer qual é a coleção que você quer usar. Nesse caso, a gente está usando a coleção users. Vai importar o objeto, a entidade da coleção que você quer usar. E aqui você vai passar o parâmetro que você quer. Se você quer, por exemplo, exportar apenas um usuário, se você quer exportar todos os usuários. Então, você vai retornar o método e basicamente você está está dando retorno da função que vai ser usada previamente com o subscribe. Então, aqui na função subscribe tem o método o hook useTracker da Meteor. E aqui dentro a gente tem o users e o isLoading. O isLoading é importante porque a sua aplicação ela vai ser recarregada uma vez que esse isLoading for setado como falso. Então, enquanto a sua aplicação está sendo carregada, ele está dizendo para o seu front que não está pronto. Então, é isso que acontece aqui. Se o handler, que é o subscribe de users, ou seja, se o canal de ligação entre o front e o back não estiver pronto, ele vai estar marcado como carregando e a conexão não vai ter estabelecido até lá. E uma vez que ele já tiver estabelecido, aqui a gente pode fazer a query que a gente quiser. Então a gente pode fazer a busca que quiser no back-end, seja de criação, seja de procura. Então nesse caso aqui usamos a query de find e aqui a gente passa o fetch, que é para fazer a busca de todos os usuários existentes. E aqui embaixo a gente retorna eles. Então, beleza, essa aqui é a parte mais explicando sobre como a ligação em real-time funciona, do Meteor, tanto do front quanto do back. E essa aqui é a parte que a gente vai ver agora quando começar o projeto. Então, aqui tem uma estrutura de arquivos básica, e dentro dessa estrutura de arquivos temos a pasta .meteor, e aqui dentro ficam os arquivos de configuração interna do Meteor, é a pasta de client, e aqui dentro fica a pasta de tudo que vai público. Então, aqui tem o CSS, que é público, HTML, e o JS, o JSX. Esse JSX aqui é o que é o que gera o DOM do React, e ele vai ler o componente de app aqui de baixo. Temos a pasta imports, e dentro da pasta imports é tudo que você quer que seja usado dentro do seu código. Então, todos os seus assets, tanto eles sejam arquivos ou funções, ou até criar uma pasta de assets dentro da imports depois para colocar uma imagem, um vídeo, todos os arquivos que você vai usar e criar durante seu projeto vão ficar organizados dentro da pasta imports. E é bem importante você se preocupar com a organização dessa pasta, porque ela pode te confundir com quanto o projeto foi escalado. Então é bem importante se ligar que dentro da pasta de UI só é para ter coisa de UI, dentro da pasta de API só é para ter exportar coleções, fazer ligações com o back-end, talvez alguma chamada de API. E aí, se você quiser criar algum outro método, algo, criar uma pasta de úteis, que pode ser a sua pasta onde você vai guardar esses outros arquivos que não se encaixam nesses casos. Então, temos aqui também a pasta Node Modules. A Node Modules é a pasta onde ficam todas as dependências do Node. Acho que o pessoal que sabe React já vai estar acostumado. E que tem a pasta do server, que eu não abri ela para poder tirar o print, mas aqui dentro tem só um arquivo main. E é dentro desse arquivo main que acontece esse publish, arquivo main que está dentro da pasta server. Então aqui tem a pasta de testes também, tem um arquivo de teste básico, você pode usar como referência para criar os seus outros arquivos de teste posteriormente. E aqui embaixo tudo normal, git ignore, o package log e o package JSON, que tem as informações sobre o seu projeto. Então basicamente é isso, não tem muita complicação e acho que no decorrer do projeto vai ser mais aparente ainda o quão simplificados são essas funcionalidades do Meteor. Então a introdução foi essa.
Ok, beleza. O chat, tem alguma pergunta? Se quiser perguntar, os e quiser, e não quiser mandar em inglês, ou tem algum receio, alguma dúvida mesmo de escrever em inglês, pode mandar em português, podem ficar tranquilos. Agora a gente vai voltar com as explicações e as falas em inglês, tá? I don't remember I stopped in my script. So, yeah. Okay. After all these explanations, I think I have one question to do is here. Regarding the file structure about Meteor or about anything project in general, how do you organize your files in directories to maximize efficiency and maintainability?
Right. With some time of, working with development, I learned that having more folders is not a problem. So I think you should really split your files into more and more folders. So the all of the use cases, all of the libraries, utils files or like UI, API files. So I think each file needs to have a folder that will group all of some files that work with the same purpose. So if you have five or seven files of UI, you should really consider creating a folder to embrace those files, like a components folder, a UI folder, and inside that folder will be only UI files. So I think this way will help you having a pretty much organized project. So you need to be concerned about which files or which type of file are inside of your folders. So you will not have any trouble in case like I need to change some UI code, some component. So you know where it will be in your code. It certainly will be inside of the UI or components folder. So if you don't have those folders, like it will be like a backend file, uh, and after that a front end file. So it will be kind of messed up. So I am really I really think it is important for you to have folders and group files. Yeah, hey guys, Nicholas and Cherry are in the
Hey,
chat.
hey guys, what's up?
All right, so yeah, I like to have a lot of folders. to group files.
Right. I think it's essential to organize and maintain all these parts equals in all these folders. And yeah, and how do you decide which dependencies are essential for a project, like in a new Meteor project?
Mhm. I think when I am starting a project, I really take a time to consider which things I will, create myself. Like there are some UI components that I think are need too much work to, to be ready for use. So creating some advanced components, creating some uh, those backend files that looks like a loop. You need to write and write and write and write, and always they will never be ready. So I think in those cases where you have a component, a file, or a function where it needs you so much work to work, so much work to be ready for work, you need to consider installing something external. So yeah, I started using like UI kits and ShadCN, Material UI from Microsoft, I think. So I started using those after I learned that I was wasting so much time trying to create things myself when other people had created them and they work better than mine could work. Like their job is obviously better. So I think that using things that are ready for use is a smart choice. But yeah, there are cases like there is this meme npm package, like the is even package. Its only function is to tell you if a number is even, and it is a huge meme for us. So I think in these cases, like some useless functions, you should really write themselves. You should really write yourself. So there are cases and cases. So I think you should think about uh, which of those components, which of those functions are really worth of doing it yourself. But yeah, don't be afraid of installing things, but don't install too much things that could cause you some trouble while maintaining. Because if one of those packages get like deprecated and you need to uninstall it and search for another one, that could give you some headache, and that's unwanted. Yeah. So yeah, you need to take a time before starting a project to think of which things are you going to install. But yeah, in Meteor projects, I think the first dependencies that I always install are the Tailwind ones. So I install Tailwind, Post CSS, and I think there are only two dependencies to make Tailwind work with Meteor. So yeah, I installed Tailwind because I learned that it makes me a lot more productive. That when I use
If you want to show it, you can go ahead. Or
right,
if you want to start the coding, if you
right,
go
so
ahead
yeah,
too.
I think we can start. So I will show these things while I'm doing it. So I think it is more quick and interactive.
Okay.
Right. So I will start a base project using Meteor create and Meteor email. Prototype. Yeah, but if some of you guys have some question or if you do it otherwise, I think it would be. Oh yeah, that's my brother with the
Oh
ASTD
yeah.
account. Yeah. Uh, I did something wrong here. Meteor email already exists. Ah, already, I already have this Meteor email project. I am not use to Zoom. All right, I can. I'll use another name.
Maybe if I do, no, sorry guys, I think it's here, or do this. It's
Yeah,
better?
yeah, it's better.
Okay.
Sherry have a question about the prototype flag. The prototype flag helps you because it already, when you create the project, I will show it, but when you create a project using prototype, it creates a simple collection, Mongo collection, that is the tasks one we are using to start the project. So when you use the prototype flag, your project starts with some things that may help you understanding uh, how Meteor works, and it also turns itself uh, plug and play when you use the prototype. So if you create a Meteor project using the prototype flag, you don't need to be worried about doing some settings or something to the project start. Uh, if you use the prototype flag, the project will be ready for use. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense starting a project with the prototype. All right, so the project is ready. I'll try and zoom the VS Code window. I think they can read it well now. But all right, like I said before, the main JS file inside of the server folder is the file that is responsible for doing this auto publish. Hey Eric is in the chat too. So this main.js file is responsible for doing some auto publish. So your MongoDB wouldn't be empty when you start the project. So it creates for us some sample data. So we can run the Meteor command here, and the project will run, and it will also run the MongoDB instance. So the database like comes out of box when you create the project. So you don't need to create a Mongo database. It already comes with the project. But yeah, we also have the links collection. Like I said, the prototype creates this Mongo sample collection, and the main.js file creates this mocket data. Now our
This
cameras is
is
covered.
better. This
Yeah.
one? Okay.
All right. It is building. So yeah, this is the startup function that we saw at the slides, and here it is doing some filtering and some validation about not creating duplicated links. So it will run a function in your links collection. It will do a find query and a count and sync. So this line of code is responsible for seeing if your database already has some link objects, and you if it hasn't any link objects already created, it will insert these 4 links for the Meteor tutorials. And if it already has these links created, it will ignore all this code. Yeah, the comments are really uh, it explains well what this code is doing. So if the links collection is empty, add some data, and here we have the publish function for the links, uh, where it sends the connection between the server and the client side and exports the links collection. So yeah, this query is not authenticated, so basically everyone can see all of the links, but you can do some validation using the Meteor authentication process, and we will do that. Uh, we will do that today. Sorry, here it says we publish the entire links collection to our clients in order to be fetched in real time to the clients. So we need to publish the link collection in order so it could be ready for the clients to fetch it in real time. Here we have the UI files. They are sample React files. So here it is uh, that React click counter function. This one. So here it is this click count function. And here are those links we created at the main.js file. So we could just uh, delete these others and go to the live stream. And here we can, fill this out with the Meteor software channel attached to it. So now I can end the process and run Meteor refresh, I think. Meteor refresh. Let me just search this. I want to wipe all of the data on the database. So I forgot Meteor reset. So we should run Meteor reset here in order to clean our MongoDB database. So the project was resetted. So if we run it now, you must pay attention that now there are 4 links here, and they will be only one leading to this live stream. But I think we can go ahead and take a look at the Tailwind documentation for Meteor while it builds. But it's just linking. All right. Like I said, the first thing I do every time I create a new Meteor project is to go ahead and install Tailwind on it. So the Tailwind installing process is all all adapted to Meteor, so you will not have any trouble while installing it. So let me create a new terminal, and each time you will have to run an npm command, to do some npm install or something. You should pass the Meteor name before it, so it would be Meteor npm install instead of just npm install. So I run the npm install with Meteor to the Tailwind CSS, post CSS, and auto prefixer. There are these three required uh, external libraries for the Tailwind work. But yeah, I think it have built it. Yeah, we now have only one link, and it is real time. So we have the go to live stream that will lead to this Twitch live stream. We can go and try it here. It is leading to Twitch. Well, all right. Now you're installing these 3 packages, and while it is installing, I may show you guys this use find. The use find method, the use find hook, is not ready for real-time transactions. So it is not real-time here. It just do a simple find query. So if you change something in your backend, this will not change with the backend mutations. So let me go and run the final command here and copy this. So I'm doing the base Tailwind install process. So you guys must not do anything different from this. And yeah, it is ready now. So I can close this and come here and try to do something with Tailwind. I'll try change this color red. I think I will need to rerun the projects. But yeah, now we have Tailwind installed, and we can go ahead and take a look at the email collections that we are going to need to create now. So while the project is building, I will create the uh, let us start with the authentication. So we'll come here in the app.js screen and create a login form. So it needs to have the all of the screen width and height, and I will center this div on the screen.
So now you will model MongoDB and authentication, right? Or not?
Yeah, now we are going to use the Meteor authentication methods. I don't need to model anything to do the authentication because Meteor has it out of box. So you can create users with the Meteor standard uh, user collection. But yeah, I can show it here at the documentation. Meteor authentication. It is really simple for us to use it. So there are a lot of accounts UI that Meteors have for you. So the base one is the accounts AI. So you can just install the accounts AI and then you can pick one of more of these examples below, like the passwords AI or passwords UI accounts, Facebook, like the Facebook login, login with Facebook, login with Google, GitHub, Twitter, Meetup, or Meteor Developer. There are an example like the signing or the continue with Facebook. And here's the password login. So yeah, we can do this function at the server side to validate a new user. So this function is a RPC piece of code where you can create this validation, and each time you submit the creation or login form, that code will go through this validate new user function, and then it will go through these validation steps, like if the ID is really a string emails are an array, and here it says like the email is really an email address if the email is verified yet, created ad and some services. But we will go through a more simple process, and it is listed as Meteor authentication for the React tutorial. So yeah, the React tutorial has this authentication process at the number 7, the seventh section. So yeah, it is pretty simple actually. You just need to add the account's password as we saw at the previous documentation, and then we install the bcrypt, and the bcrypt is a node module that is used to, if you're going to use a password, it cannot be a simple string like a hard coded string. So the bcrypt runs through your string and transform it on a encrypted string, so the user string will not be leaked if your database is leaked or something. So all of the passwords are going to be encrypted with the use of bcrypt. So yeah, this is the two required external libraries to do the authentication process. And yeah, the account's password, it will not need to run the npm because it is a Meteor package. So you run the Meteor add accounts password. You don't need to run the npm. But the bcrypt is a library from the Node community. So so at the bcrypt you need to add the npm. And the account creation is really simple actually. This piece of code, this code snippet, shows us how to create a simple user at the main.js file. This JS file we are editing right now, like in the startup function. So when your project is run for the first time, or like it is run again, this user will be created and you can log into it uh, when you want it. So yeah, it is pretty simple actually. I'm going to install the bcrypt now and go ahead and create this uh, create user creation function. So I'm just going to add this here, and we need to import the accounts from Meteor account base this way. And here there are the seed username and the seed password. Yeah, and the Meteor account has this this method that is the find user by username. So it is really simple for you to, if you're creating a blog or some project that has a lot of users and you want to have a profile route, you can go here and just use the find user by username method at the account. Yeah, that's it. It is really this simple. So this seed username, I'll use the base ones, like meteorites and password. And this will create a sample user when the application is started. So I will make it start here. So just to go through this all over again, one more time. The startup function will be called when your project is run. If you go ahead and make some change in a UI file, the Meteor startup will not be called. It will be only called when you run a Meteor start command in your CLI. Yeah, the project is already built, and we have Tailwind. So I don't know if I saved it. Yeah, I saved it. So let me just start and do the login input. We can do a very simple one using just a unsubmit function. Yeah, it is giving me this error because the app component was just composed by UI, and now we are adding logic to it. So I'll do this E, and I will console log it. So at the input here, we can do this like email or username, placeholder username, and yeah, that's it. So here we will have the password and the input. We need to type the input type. Text, this type will be password. Placeholder will be password. And yeah, I can do this. And we will have, I think something is broken. No, they are there. Yeah, the UI is messed up. We'll go to a black background in this one, some text color, and a rounded border. I will do this in this one too. Need to be form, and it's not working. Let me just go ahead and remove these styles. Let's see. It is not working, and I don't know why. App. Yeah, hello. I forgot to do the return. And put the code here. Yeah, it is working now. Yeah, I needed to return. On submit, we will call the on submit function here, passing the e here. I'll just go ahead and change this to handle submit. And I need to do some styles here too. Yeah. And the submit button. Send. Yeah, it's time for this button too. All right, we have this. This is ugly. Yeah, we have this login form, and I will try go ahead and do this. This is a sample account that I was using yesterday to figure out how this works. Yeah, let us try here and send. Yeah, we need to do the prevent default here, so it does not reload. E and the target. Yeah. All right, we can do it now. Username equals user equals e dot target value. There's e target value and what? E target e target 0 dot value, I think, and the password would be this one. So, let me try now. Yeah, it is working. So now I can remove this e console log, and how to do the login process. We just need to do an account dot meteor dot login with password. It is the only thing that we need to make this work. So I can import Meteor here from Meteor and use the Meteor login with password function to do the login. So, but we can pass this callback function to handle some errors. So we can go ahead and do a console log if there is some error, or we can do this authenticated user with meteor.user, and here we can do a console log if the login function works. So I can now try it here. Meteor right and password user. So yeah, it worked. We are logged in, and this will be stored. I think it is stored at the local hosts, local storage. Yeah, IDs, your user will be stored at the local storage. So if you reload this page, you will stay logged in. So yeah, we can do this now. We can like go ahead and uh, we can go ahead and do this const authenticated user equals to use tracker. I need to import the use tracker, and I don't know where it is. Use tracker from React Meteor data. So yeah, now we are using that use tracker function that reads the real-time channel from the server. So if something changes in your user, like if someone is like in a different computer and change your username, the username of your authenticated user will be changed if something changes there. So I will just do this, and yeah, if the authenticated user does not exist, you will be able to run the handle submit. And I say it will you will only be able to use the login form if you're not authenticated, because we can do this. We can do this uh, if authenticated user validation. So if you're not authenticated, you will not be able to see this screen. So yeah, we can create a logout button to test this. So flex call.
I have a question. Could you give an example of how you approach security and authentication? Other examples?
With Meteor or
Yeah, it could be with nature or with nature.
all right. There are some examples I learned uh like last month, or the month uh the earlier month. I know it was like 2 months from now. But yeah, I learned that you need to be concerned about which type of information you store at the local storage, for example. So in this case, it is only storing the user ID from the Meteor authenticated user. But there are some people that stores the user email. Sometimes they store like the user entire JSON. Yeah, there are some people that do this, like they transform the entire user JSON in a string and store it at the local storage. But yeah, I think there are some authentication and security concerns that will make you think more about which kind of information you're storing at the user's browser. Because like if your JSON is returning like public emails from users, someone can go and find your email, send you something, and that's a security breach for something with bad intentions. So you need to be very careful. I think it is really hard to mess up with authentication like the Meteor one, because they have everything out of box for you. So if you want to, have a bad authentication, you really need to dedicate yourself on turning it bad, because it really works well. So it is using bcrypt. It is using bcrypt, and as you can say here, let me just do a console log using use effect here, so we can see the authenticated user object when it exists. So I'll use this event. So when the authenticated user is ready, I will console log it. So now we can see it like the authenticated user. The server, it does not return for you the email of the user. Like we created a user, recreated a user using only its username and password. But if you create it using email, you will have the username if you created the user with the username, or the email if you created it with the email. But the password is surely encrypted because of the bcrypt, but it does not return the password for you. Like this is really it really works. You can't create a security breach with data that it does not come from the server. You can hack something that you haven't you cannot put your hands on it. You can just try and guess the user password in this case. So yeah, I think some good practices on authentication and security is to just return the things you need from the user. So if you have some data about personal information, I work with some governmental API services, and it is our concern to only use what we really need, and the final user will uh, ever have the access to some information. Like we are not sending CPF para todo lugar. We are not sending like some like the modern name of that user. We have some information like I work in a edutech startup, so we have like father name, mother name, address, full address, and we are very concerned about hiding some data and hiding some properties from those objects. So I think you really need to be concerned about how much information you give to your own front end. And another tip from that I learned myself is you cannot trust that much in your front end because it is really vulnerable. So your front end is not like a uh, your backend is a safe place for your information to be stored in, but your front end is really not. So your front end is not that trustable. You cannot send a load of information to your front end, just trust it will handle it good, because it will not. So yeah, just send to your front end what you really need to work with. And in this case, we don't need the password in any time because the user knows its password, so the front end will not need to know it. So we are not returning it here. Yeah, I think those are some tips that can be really cool for understanding more about authentication. And yeah, all right. I was going to create the logout button, and the logout button is even easier from the plugin one. So you just need to go here and do meteor.logout, and yeah, that's it. So if you come here, press the logout button, it will redirect you in real time. So it really are listening. The Meteor RPC is really listening for all of your changes. So if you log out your user, you don't need to reload the page. You don't need to do some effect. I am only using the use effect to do a console log. So if I delete this, it will work at the same way. I can go here and do this. User not found. I'm using the wrong account. So if I come ahead, I come here and log in, it will redirect me to the login page and log out. So I don't need to create some use effect. When using Meteor, you don't need to be concerned about using React hooks because the Meteor ones are pretty good and they are already configured with your project. So it is really easy to use Meteor authentication. But yeah, here we are authenticated, and now we can start scratching some UI. Let me just remove this div here, and now we can create some email components. So yeah, I'll start doing some padding and then adding this card we use. No, let me just, first things first, I will turn this into a dashboard component. So returning that file organization question that Camila asked me. And yeah, instead of doing all of the dashboard code here in the same page where the login is, I will create it as a external file and just import it. So the responsibilities, the hooks, and especially the code will be pretty much organized between those screens. It works at the same way. I just need to, yeah, there is this thing in Meteor where each of your React components need to have React imported. Uh, yeah, welcome to dashboard, and I will start doing this nav bar. So I'll start doing a x-axis padding of 16 and a y-axis padding of 8, 4 I think. And here I can pass the welcome to dashboard. And I'll do this justify between to use the logged in user here. I'll have the authenticated user here using const at this screen. So because we will not change the authenticated user like we did in the previous one. And here I will show the authenticated username. So now we can see it. I just need to, yeah, it's working out. I just need to make this have the correct sizes. Yeah, and align them. Item center, I think this is bigger than it should be. Right. Yeah, it is zoomed. So this is why everything is so big in the screen. Where we can now start using the email cards like I shown at Figma. So I will not try and recreate that Figma like
Like
exactly.
exactly, yeah. Uh-huh. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we don't need to worry about doing some pretty things. The only pretty thing here needs to be the code, you know. So the
Yeah.
UI, I don't know
Important
how
part.
to. Yeah, the important part. The if the UI is ugly, your application will still run. But the code, yeah, with the ugly code, will have a lot more headache than a uh, ugly
Exactly.
UI. Yeah, I'll do a pretty simple card with just a rounded border and a like this ice colored background, and add some shadow because Tailwind shadows are I like them. So yeah, we have this. I will do these tests. Side of him, yeah. I think the background is so much. Yeah, now I can see it. The Tailwind is taking some time to be reloaded. Like I already saved the file, but I need to come here and it will take some time around that. And here we'll start doing the emails. So I'll do a email element here, border, and I want it to have this border zinc, border B, and a padding of 4. And here we have this Igor, that is the name of the person that sends the email, and the email body here. Like this is a simple email body, and you can see it here. I'll do this a flex with a 8 pixel, 8, no, it isn't pixels, but with this 8 tailwind distance, and this should be semi bold, and yeah, uh, the border is too dark, but okay. Now we can start and create some simple emails. So yeah, let us first uh, create the email, and yeah, now yeah, ChatCN really helps a lot, but actually I am writing this ChatCN Meteor documentation, but it isn't ready yet. So today we are going to use only Tailwind, but we are working on it. Yeah, Fred said he tried to do this some time
Yeah.
ago, but he stopped. But I am with this quest now, and I think I am able to finish it. But yeah, let me send. I will send in the chat the. I will try and send in the chat the documentation for you guys to take a look. Meteor chat CN. This is the documentation. It is a tutorial that is based on the ChatCN installation guide and the Tailwind installation guide, but it is uh, all ported to Meteor. So the content is ready to use on Meteor. All of the files using JS, and I did this tutorial like teaching how to convert a component from TS to JS. And let me try and join the chat. I think I will need to log in with my YouTube account here to join the chat. But let me just send this URL here. So yeah, when while the I think the login is ready now. Here I send the documentation. Yeah, it I could not. I think it is because I tried to send a link. I'll try again. Yeah, I cannot post this link in the chat. So let me just try and do this. Ah, no, it isn't working. Yeah, this is my GitHub account name. That is my name, Igor Felipe Duca, and uh, the repository that is MeteorJS. So you can go ahead and take a look, and if you are use it to use ShadCN, Tailwind, you can just go and uh, continue writing the documentation with me. So yeah, now we are entering in a very important step of creating a uh, Meteor app. So I would like to ask if you guys have some doubts, some issues, or if you are understanding what I'm doing, if you're
Share some thoughts on the UI and suggestion, improvements.
yeah, the UI really needs some suggestions.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
think
while we don't receive some response, we can continue.
right. Okay. Uh yeah, to create a the water of my house just returns now, and the shower is making some weird noises.
Oh God.
But yeah, all right. Let us change. You only need to do this in order to create a Mongo collection. You just need to come here and do this email collection, change this name to emails. Yeah, you should. It does not matter if you're using Meteor, but in backend application like Nest.js, Express, it does not matter. But uh, if you're using MongoDB, you should really use plural emails. Yeah, my cam stopped. But
Oh God. Okay, is everything okay?
yeah, is everything okay? I think
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's alright. But yeah, you can hear that noise.
Yeah,
Some
I hearing
water.
some noise of water.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a waterfall.
Yeah, let me just take a look. I think my shower is pouring water right now. So
Okay,
I
okay,
will say,
okay, go ahead. Oh God. So, guys, any suggestion, questions about the project or about some topic? We
yeah,
now
it is all right.
is everything okay?
Yeah, it is okay. It was just the shower and the toilet, like the water coming from
But
my.
it's open.
No, no, it isn't open.
What?
That's strange. eu acho que,
That's
tipo,
the best part. I speak in English and I spoke ué.
ué. Eu
Ué
acho.
is the best.
Agora
Okay.
parou. Acho que o pessoal veio mexer aqui no prédio. Aí a água voltou, tipo, voltou de vez. Como a casa estava sem água nenhuma, fez esse barulho gigante agora da água chegando pela bomba. Mas beleza. É,
Oh,
imprevistos, né?
imprevistos acontecem. Okay.
Imprevistos.
Let's continue, guys. Is just a little. Como é que é imprevisto mesmo?
Ah, nossa, agora eu esqueci.
Não sei, deixa eu pesquisar.
Agora eu esqueci.
But it's okay, guys. Let's
Yeah.
continue.
If you are going to live alone one day, like go out from your parents' house, you need to you need to understand these things work happens all the time.
Unexpected. It's just an unexpected path,
Unexpected. Yeah.
unforeseen,
Unforeseen. Unforeseen.
unforeseen
I didn't.
path. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Let's
All right.
continue our live coding, our project, and that's okay.
That's okay. All right. So now I created the Mongo collection here. You just need this to create a Mongo collection, and when you run again your application, it will create the collection with the auto publish function with the startup. So yeah, here we are doing this links collection verification, but now I am going to create the emails one. So emails collection here, and yeah, let's create some emails. All right. So here at let me see where it is. Yeah, we have this insert link function, but I like to create a utils folder here, and move those methods to the utils folder. Here I have the insert link one, so I'm just going
Okay.
to go ahead and import it here. uh, Import utils insert link. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the insert email from .js. Insert email, and here I will go ahead and now it is the time for us to think of the how the email database will work. So yeah, like we did on Figma, this is this really important thing when you're creating a software. You need to be really concerned about what you will need during the process. Like uh, if you start your project with a database modeling, and then you during the process you add a lot of things, you change your database too much, you need to have extra concerns, like about you need to be concerned about doing normalization. You will need to be concerned about users that have a property that another one doesn't have. So you need to really take a time before starting a project and see and gather everything you're going to need. So yeah, I think this will age really bad, because I'm feeling at the middle of the process I will need to change some things where it happens, So yeah, here we're going to create a uh, sender sender, and here we'll have the string or like the user ID. I will do this here. Yeah, these are comments, so I am only creating these comments for to help us create the insert async function. So we are going to have this sender, that will be the ID of the user that clicked to send that email. We'll have the body, that is a string. We'll have the subject, and we'll have the tag. And can be uh, the tag can be. We are not using TypeScript, but I'll use TypeScript to do these comments. So the tag could be regular spam or importance. So yeah, now we are going to this is all I need for now. Later on we could use the image and like do this a string and have a thumbnail image, but we are not doing this today. So yeah, here I can use the sender, body, subject, and tag the image. Do not use the image, and you don't need to be worried about you know using created edge, uploaded edge, because uh, at the at the sample code you already have this created edge function, and the updated edge, I think it comes already in the object. When you update it, it will create the updated edge property, so you don't need to be concerned about it. So we're going to pass those here: sender, body, subject, tag, and created edge. And I am going to import the email collection. uh, I am going to use the document formatting. Export async function. I will export this one too. So here we can now go ahead and do this same validation. Await email collection. Yeah, the email name needs to be in plural too. So I am going to change this and change it here too. So I need to import. No, I need to import it here. Emails collection. So yeah, uh, we are doing this validation here to see if there are some existing emails, and if they don't exist, we are going to create this sample one with the sender, this body, subject, and tag. So yeah, now we can go ahead and stop the project and run it once again. So the auto publish function is like, you can have the startup, but you can have the startup function doing this, doing some other validation, some other methods, but you can go and turn off the publishing with the auto publishing, which means that the startup will not publish these emails, will not publish these links. I will change this to insert email, and the project is running already. So now we can just do this. You can just go in at this dashboard screen and do like this. Uh, yeah, I have this building block. I rarely remember all of this code without coming here and copying and pasting it. So I have this simple code that will help us. Yeah, the use tracker is already imported. So now we need to copy this function and adapt it to work in this case. So yeah, here we have that function that I shown at the start of this live stream at those slides. So here we are going to read the, yeah, I forgot to publish the emails. It is really important for you to come here and publish out of your collections in order to make them accessible from the client side. So here we are going to change everything from users to emails collection. So yeah, this function does this thing. It has this simple data. Like if there is no data, it will just return an empty emails array. And we have the handler. The handler is the thing that will read the connection between your client side and your server side. And here we are telling if the handler is not ready, we are going to return this empty array, this empty no data available object, and passing this is loading to. So while your real-time handler is not ready, you are going to receive a empty array and a is loading boolean object. So I am going to go ahead and pass this is loading here, and I'll do this ternary operation to make sure that the emails will only appear once the is loading is not true. So if the load is loading is false, you will see your emails. So emails, I'll do this simple map, and I will return the emails listed here. So I'm using the email ID as the key, email.sender. So here we are going to need and create no, we don't need this actually. We can do this like accounts. I need to import accounts, but account search search. I have this here. Okay, accounts find user by username. So I'm going to go ahead and just use this, like email username, email.sender, and I need to import the accounts as well here. And here I will pass the email subject, and let us see if it is working now. Something is wrong. Find user by username is not a function. Account that find user by username. Uh, yeah, I don't know why this error is occurring here. But yeah, we can go ahead and create a function that will do the very same thing. Uh, yeah, so we can actually go ahead and create this. When the emails are ready here, you can do just a map. I will map each of those emails and return the sender. The sender beforehand was a username, and now it will be a user object. So yeah, now we can see if it is working. So we could just go ahead and do email sender username, and let me see if it is working now. Uh, Accounts find user by ID is not a function, so I think I can't use this from the client side. So I will go ahead and do this users handler, and I will do this users handler dot find one, and pass this username here, email dot sender. Now I think this will work. User handler dot find one. I need the how it is working here. Yeah. Users collection. Let me just go ahead and search how we can do this. If we can meet your account, I need to know how we can search a user. Uh, Here. No, here we are just publishing only individual user collection. Yeah, let me go ahead and try one thing. I will create a users collection and export a sync const. Use this one, and users collection users. And here at the main.js, I'm going to go ahead and uh, publish the users with this accounts dot user async, set password, logout, find user. Yeah, we can just I think we can just search one user at a time. Uh, Send verification, user. All right, let me do this thing. Uh, Here's Meteor user if I want. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it. But I will need to create a users collection like I was doing here now. Well, for now, let me just go ahead and, you know, uh, I will just go and use my logged user because the email sender will always be the authenticated. No, but yeah, let me just try and do this. And later on, I will come back here and try to fix this. Make sure that username is working out. Make sure it's test and uh, and I will create the email type badge now, which is a component, so we can export it this way. Email type badge, accepting the type, and I will do a switch here using the type in case the type is important. I will come here and return this important badge. The important one is a yellow one, actually yellow 700 and important. And I will do another case here, case spam, and I will just come here and change this to a red and uh, this one I'll use the a gray one. So here I am creating this badge here. So here we can go ahead and use this email type badge and type email.type. So now we will be able to see it here. I need to import the React here. And yeah, now we have it here. Um, I need to align these items center. And now we have all of the items. I am just going here and shrink this text a bit. And the text should be smaller. The text is really small, but everything is zoomed. Well, all right, we have the emails already, and we can go ahead and create the send email button now. Instead of doing like a modal, I think it would need a lot of time to be ready. I will just do a simple form uh, behind the emails card here. So just come here and create a new form. Space Y8. I need them to be, my H is not working. Yeah, deleted it. Space Y8. And yeah, I think this works. And here we're going to go ahead and insert the inputs. Type text and placeholder name. ID will be name. Now we'll have the subject one. ID will be subject. The subject here we will have the sender one. Sender. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try once again to list all of the users. Meteor.users. can I just const users, like use tracker users.find.fetch? I think now I'll be able to do this email. Yeah, let me just go ahead and try it now. Yeah, it is working now. It is working. So email.sender username. I will come here and log this thing. Sender meteorite. Yeah, I am only using its name. So yeah, it isn't returning the user. Sender ID. Sender meteorite. Yeah, I am only using its name. All right, it is all right. Email.sender. And we have it here. And now I can go ahead and just do, instead of using a input, I can create this select using users and mapping those users, and option value here. So yeah, now we have all of the created users. Here I'm going to, let me see what is missing. The tag. I need another select now with three options. Option value regular. Now I need the spam and the important. Now we have the three options, and I am going to come here and create some styling. I'll do it pretty quick here so it will not waste time. Name, all right. To work. Let's see. Yeah, it is all right. And now we need the button. Yeah, it is. I think it is really cool to see that everybody struggles to solve things. Like we see that people like saying some weird stuff at Twitter, like saying some things you will not even dream to understand one day, and then you enter a live stream and you see that they also have issues, and sometimes skill issues. Like I have a lot, where it is common. Uh, Border sync. Send email. Okay. Now I can come here and try doing the submit handle email send creation. All right. Here I'm going to create this function here, accepting the e prevents default account name, name subject, user, and type. Here it will be the, yeah, it can be the username instead of a user ID. And let me go ahead and const email payload, And okay, I'll do this. I'll do it this way. Be the target. And now I'm going to use the insert email here and pass this email payload and then created email. Now let us take a look at how this works. So name Igor, subject testing real time using MeteorJS, and this name is not supposed to be here. I think we need the body instead of this name. So we need the body here, body and body, and uh, I'm going to change it from name to body. Yeah, now we have body, subject, name, and tag. So it will be a spam one, the body will be testing, and the subject will be testing real time. And we can send the email, and as you can see here, it is working at real time. So when we click to create an email, it uh, real time creates a new, a new object here. So I just need to take a look at how this. Yeah, I need to create a use tracker for the users. I am going to go and change this one. Emails collection users find user.id equals email.user ID. Let me see how this insert email is working. Sender insert email. Sender, yeah. I need to change something. I need to change it from user.username equals to email.user ID. But it isn't working yet. Emails user sender user. Oh no, I don't need the user. I need the sender. Not sender. Yeah. Sender, and this one doesn't have a sender. And I don't know why. Subject, yeah, I forgot. Sender. Alright. So yeah, I will add a button to delete those emails. I will just come here and create this. Wait, I'm going to copy this and paste it here. And this one will be a justify between item center and p delete. And this button will delete the email. So on click, I'll create a handle email delete and ID. I need to types. Here we're going to go ahead and use the emails collection dot remove a sync ID. We only need this here, and yeah, we can click. Just go ahead and click to delete the email, and it is going not permitting untrusted code. Untrusted code will only remove documents by. I cannot read this. Remove documents by ID. Remove a sync. ID. It is. I'm gonna write. How it will work. Not yet. Error class in promise. Yeah, the same thing is happening now. Emails collection that remove. Hmm. Let me try and see if Copilot generates something for me. Meteor.call emails.remove. Yeah, but I don't have this emails.remove. I would just come here and do a delete email.js. Uh, purchase next function, delete email, and receive the ID here. And emails collection dot remove a sync, and import this emails collection. And I'm going to go ahead here. And, all right, I don't know what. Yeah, I figured out what I was doing wrong. Delete email and pass this email.id here. Yeah, now I am able to remove emails in real time too. So now we can go ahead here and create a new email with this an important email. Let me try it and important. Yeah, instead of using the name, it is using an ID here. So let me see what is happening. Yeah, we have the ID here, but sender that value. Yeah, I need to change this value to its username. So yeah, I will just here important. Yeah, an import email, so I can come here and check this important is going uppercase, so I can come here and take a look. The email type is not being used at the insert email here. I need to add using tag, but I'm passing it as type tag and uh, ID tag. Right. So let me try again. Import email, current email, and important. And the emails tag regular, tag important. So I can come here and take a look at tag. And we can now pass this tag email.tag. Yeah, now it is working with the important and the regular email. So now we can create a spam email here too. So now we have the three types of emails, and now we are able to create that spam email button. So yeah, I think we can see if there are some questions before going to that final
Yeah.
part.
Uh, Let me see. Where are my questions? Chat, if you have some questions or some appointments, improvements. Yeah,
Yeah,
TypeScript helps a
TypeScript
lot.
really helps. It really helps. Yeah, with JS we are just coding blind for a really great.
JavaScript, you code like this.
Yeah, yeah. I was using like email.type and that property didn't like it doesn't exist. So it was this
I
issue.
have a question. What are the main considerations when designing a user interface inspired by we inspired by Gmail, I think, but using MeteorJS.
Yeah. Yeah. At the first time, I thought this would look like Gmail, but
But I
not
think
even that.
it's not anymore.
Yeah, the Figma itself didn't look like Gmail. But all right.
But here is not. But
Yeah.
what's the main considerations when
Yeah.
designing?
The main considerations like you need to be well aware of how a website needs to have its accessibility. So you need to be really concerned about doing uh, buttons with really great accessibility, especially images with alternative texts. And yeah, you need to your first concern needs to be like see if the color is right, is matching to the background, because if you have a background with like a really hard color, like a really stunning color, you're using a really bright yellow and you put a white text, like you're using two light colors, and this messes up with the accessibility because some users will not be able to read what you are putting in the screen. So first things first, need to take a look at the colors to see if the its accessibility is all right. And after that, you need to be all right. You need to also be concerned about text sizes, paddings, spacements, because there are many screens, and we are well aware of that because today we have fold smartphones, we have a lot of tablets, TVs that works that navigates in the internet. We have a lot of different sized notebooks, PC gamings, monitors, like
So a
those.
different types of mobiles, right?
Yeah, yeah, especially with the mobiles, because uh, if you are creating a website on your regular monitor, and then you have a gaming, like one of your users like a gamer with that 15 inches monitor with the curved screen and the wide screen, that messes with all of your UI. You need to be aware that not even everybody has a monitor with the same resolution of yours, and I think the like 80% of your users uh, will only use your websites on mobile devices. So you need to be your website need to be responsible. You have to be responsible. It needs to have a responsibility that works with mobile devices. And also something that I learned, you need to be concerned about the sizes of your buttons, because uh, not everybody, not everyone can just click a small button on mobile devices. It is hard to click on small buttons. So yeah, be aware of sizes, colors, and yeah, if your UI is pretty or not, it doesn't matter that much.
My question is about how MeteorJS handles 100, não, 100 mil, não sei falar, desculpa, gente. Using an email system like this, using publish, subscribe. The number of connections always has a limit, including in the operating system.
All right, I think with if you handle those requests with like a parallel or a concurrency, I don't know if it is concurrency in English, like if you can divide your processing power in a lot of threads, and with WebSockets you can really create some queues, like você pode criar filas, não sei como falar fila em inglês, é queue. You need to create,
You,
you can create those queues, and yeah, and you can, you will not handle all of those users at one time. so your website can have this really long loading time after some time, but it will load everything. But I don't know how to put in numbers that limit. But yeah, it always have a limit, but you can go ahead and do some pagination. uh your website cannot, display 100K users at one time. You can just go ahead and split them in groups of 50, 25. You can use pagination at your favor to handle these massive cases. But yeah, your question is really good, but I think my answer would be pagination. You need to paginate things in order to be able to handle a massive amount of objects. But yeah,
So, okay, I think we can go on with the spam function.
okay. So yeah, let me create the spam button here. Yeah, it is here. Yeah, you're welcome, man. I don't know if I answered you well, but yeah, I think my advice would be paginating things. It is you need to be really concerned about those massive amounts. You really need to. But yeah, before you have those 100K users, you definitely would need to create a pagination at your backend, because 1,000 users will be a problem. 1,000 users would be already hard to render at your screen. So yeah, it is important for you to think about pagination since the beginning of the project. Yeah, send them emails. Uh, yeah, yeah. At the same time, uh, yeah, I think I don't know about the insides of the RPC, but you can. But Meteor probably will have some query system, like they will have some DL key, some DLQ. Uh, they will have some dead letter queue, like queue where all of your failed requests, or like have some caching system like Redis or something like that. So I don't know if Meteor has that out of box, but I know you are able to use something like Redis, to be able to take those 100 simultaneously users. So you can use a thing like this to be like uh, I don't know, a support to all of those requests that cannot be handled at that time. So you need to handle the most queues you can, the most requests you can at that time. So if you know your limit is like 100 requests a second, you can go and handle those 100. But if you're having 150, you can just throw that 50 into a queue and start with the 100, with the 100 queues, 100 requests, and then you go to those 50. So you need to always group them and divide and conquer. You need to be worried about a group at a time. So, and I think the response time would still be considerably small. You won't have like minutes loading, like some 5 seconds. I don't know. It will be all right for you to do this. Oh yeah. Send spam emails. This function would be uh, I will create a for statement using, I will send like 20 emails at a time, and yeah, let's and sender will be the Meteor logged user. I'll do this, and it will create 20 emails at a time, and also I want to create this spam emails array here, like spam.fetch. Yeah, I will create another button called clear spam emails, and I'll create this function here to delete all the emails. So yeah, now I can come here and just duplicate this button here. Send and clear. I'll use the unclick. Send spam emails and unclick. Clear spam emails. I think it will work now. We can click this and we click send spam emails, and now we have all of these spam emails, and it works really hard, really quick. I can click to send spam emails, and it just renders a lot of uh, spam emails at a time. So you can just uh, yeah, you didn't even notice how much time this is taking. But yeah, you can go and delete each one of them individually. Yeah, this will take a time. But let us try and play a bit of this function. I'll use a, I don't know, half a second timeout to continue, to insert the email. So yeah, now we can see the emails happening. Oh yeah, it created all the emails at a time. So yeah, they actually appeared on the screen very quickly. Let me try 1 second here, and let us see. Yeah, all of them appears at the same time, so uh, you can see the emails. The emails are taking 1 second to appear, but all of them appears at the same time. So this is cool actually. So yeah, I can go ahead and click to send 20 emails, and let us just uh, try a massive queue. Let me just try 500 emails at a time. So here we have 500 emails. Like it is really quick. So yeah, let me try and do this here. Timestamp. Uh, timestamp. And I'll try and do this again. Set timestamp. And I will pass this as a string. Record. I'm gonna record how many ms the emails needed to be sent. Yeah. And now we can send 500 emails and take a look at how many time it will need use state is not defined, so I can go here, react.use state. So, all right, now we don't have any emails, so now I'm going to come here and do this. We and timestamp. So yeah, send timestamp emails. So we needed 70 milliseconds to send 500 emails, and so it is really quick. Let me just go here and use this. 70 ms. I will send. Yeah, the first 500 ones were in 70. Now it was in 47, 54. So it is really quick. I am going and do the same thing for the clear function. Spawn emails cleared in, and now let us see how much time it will take. 124 milliseconds to clear all of those emails. So now let us try 1,000 emails. See how much time we will need. 142 ms to create 100 to create and list 100 emails. So yeah, we are really stressing the functions here, but I think it isn't not it is not even tickling, the all of the power this function have. Yeah, he cleaned in 60 milliseconds. So let us try.
It's really fast.
It is really fast, really fast. So 2000, it took 212 milliseconds, and to clear 102. So it is really, really fast. So yeah, I am trying to crash my PC now, but I will try 10,000 to
Uh,
see if it works. And yeah, the page froze. It took only 1 second to create 10,000 emails, and they are all listed here, and we can go and clear them in only 300 milliseconds. Yeah, it is really impressive. Really impressive. It works well, so I can go and
it works
create.
so good.
Yeah, it's really great. I am just, I am doing this test and like imagining myself creating a product with this. I think all the emails weren't deleted this last time. Clear uh, spam emails. I think the async function is messed. Let me take a look here at the delete email. It will need a lot more time. So clear emails. Yeah, I think the async function is not working, or it is working on the background. But yeah, it is really really quick.
Yeah. So let's summarize the main topics that we discussed today. Um, in the beginning, we discussed about the why did you need to use Meteor for beginners. A little explanation, a simple explanation for beginners, and we discussion about and now we started our project. In the next topic, we talk about the UI interface, and I think what more we talk about it. I don't remember.
We're talking about tips and tricks for someone that is willing to start creating UIs, like talking about accessibility and color sizes, and we talked about a lot about RPC with Rodrigo, and having this massive amount of objects like we did today. We created 10,000 emails at with 1 second and 400 1.4 seconds. And we also talked about Mongo, creating some collections, an introduction to WebSockets too. That because we didn't really touch about WebSockets. Like Meteor does this WebSockets magic by itself, but taking a look at that diagram that I showed at the start of the live stream, we could figure out what is the responsibility of the WebSockets. So now if you watch this video or this live stream, you can now understand what you need to create a real-time transaction between a client side, a server side, uh, and I think this was what we talked about.
That's it. Yeah, and now we create. You created. You created this span section, and that's pretty awesome because it's really fast and works a lot. And I think that's it.
Yeah,
We did much things, and I have to thank you so much. We did so much things, and chat. I hope you guys have so much fun, and I think that's it. Congratulations, Igor. Thank you for live.
thanks, Rodrigo.
Thanks.
I am really honored to be here today and to have this, to be invited to do this talk, to have this place to, have this presentation that I am learning Meteor right now. So I started studying Meteor at this Sunday, I think. So in this week, I learned so much, and yeah, my GitHub I sent in the chat. But yeah, there are some Meteor things there, and I think we can post the repository and the tweets
Yeah, sure.
when we talk about the live stream. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was great.
And thank you so much. And one more question. If you could give a piece of advice to someone to start with Meteor now, what would do it would be?
Yeah, I would say like there are a few people talking about real-time transactions. Like it is not everybody that knows about RPC, TRPC, or Meteor. So my piece of advice would be to you know search more about it before you know I think you need to search more about the RPC and real-time transactions before you take the advice from some people. There are a lot of people that says that real-time transactions are hard to understand, that it is really complicated. But I think with this 2 hour live stream, we did so many things that could really be converted into a real project, a real product for a company. So it isn't complicated. You just need to search before being scared of what other people says. And the Meteor documentation is really well written. And now Meteor is improving more their documentation. So after this day, I think studying and learning Meteor is easier than ever. So yeah, if you want to start studying Meteor, just go and watch this live stream and send it to your friend that is afraid of RPCs, because it is easy to understand.
And I think that's it, guys. I hope you so much fun and have a nice weekend. And let me just make a hide 1 minute.
Alright.
And yep, here, YouTube, and Twitch. Phone. Oh, okay. It's not working because I using the string yard. So okay, I just finished here. Oh, thank you so much and bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you.